Okay, welcome back to the Crypto Factor. Welcome back to the surprise live stream. We have a lot going on right now, and I wanted to address this because there is a lot of fear in the market right now. There is a lot of panic in the market right now because there's an emergency, because the SEC is going after Binance. They were going after Binance's stablecoin BUSD, and I just wanted to touch my thoughts on this and let you know what I think is going to happen and so on. So the SEC apparently is going after stable coins right now, crypto stable coins, starting with BUSD. And the reason they're starting with BUSD is they're claiming it's a security. They're claiming that the stablecoin BUSD is a security because Binance holds more than 80 or 90% of the supply. That said, maybe that gives you a little hint towards what the SEC is going after as well in general. Now, they're going after BUSD. Whether that's a good idea or not is a whole different story. And they could be going after stable coins in general next, even though I don't think so. I think they have an agreement with certain ones like USDC, but we'll see. We'll see. What does that mean for Bitcoin? What does that mean for cryptocurrency? Well, here is my vision. Here's my opinion on this, and this is very controversial. It's different than everybody else's out there, and that is it's bullish. Especially for Bitcoin, it's extremely bullish. Let me explain. See, in China, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of citizens, if you will, that are holding their currencies in stable coins outside of China. And the reason they're doing that is because of the volatility. They want to protect their assets, they want to protect their wealth. Now, the problem, and plus they trade in and out of cryptocurrencies a lot and so on. The problem, now, cryptocurrencies are banned in China, as you know, to the most part, and there's a very strict government. So the question is, what do they do with these stable coins? Because a lot of that is in BUSD. Well, they have two choices: to put it in USDC and to put it in other stable coins, okay, which are also under threat, or put it where? What are they going to do? Bring it back to their own country and get in and risk getting in trouble? And losing all their money, potentially even more, maybe their freedom? Well, no. They would put it in the safest and most liquid cryptocurrency there is, which would be Bitcoin. See, if stable coins get banned, Bitcoin and Ethereum is just going to go up because all that money that are in stable coins are going to go back into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Worst case scenario, when you go into exchanges from now on, or at least most exchanges, they will have their cryptocurrencies listed in against Bitcoin and Ethereum, just like the good old days. So this will give a lot of momentum to Ethereum, obviously, and also Bitcoin. Now, another thing you have to keep in mind, as well as this news is coming out and everything's going crazy and everyone's flooding and everyone's scared, you have to understand this will take a long time. This will take a long time to play out. If the SEC wants to go to court, if the SEC wants to talk, it takes time. It's not going to happen tomorrow. This is what I was talking about with XRP back in the day. When the court case was on, they're like, oh, it's going to win, they're going to win, it's going to take a few years. I was saying this, people were making fun of me. This is going to take a few years. It's not going to be that easy. Right? And then you have the likes of Coinbase already saying that they're not a security and they're happy to defend this in court if required. So you don't have to worry about that. Now, there might be initial panic and some news might drop down the market. There is a possibility the whales will manipulate this to make the price go down lower and maybe have a Wyckoff accumulation pattern occur, even though I don't think it's going to play out. If you're wondering what that is, watch my live stream from yesterday. But generally, I see this as a non-event, and I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds extreme on my part. I know that sounds controversial, but I don't see it as something important simply because it will take a long time to play out, and it will be bullish for Bitcoin and Ethereum regardless anyway. Okay, so that's what I think. Like this video if you believe, or if you like my perspective, give this video a like for support. I would really appreciate that. But yeah, ask your questions in the chat. Any question at all, doesn't have to be about this. Ask any question you have. Since we are here, let's talk. Chris H says, is my USDC safe? Yes, for now. It's my favorite cryptocurrency and I hold USDC as well. As long as it's not on an exchange. CC1 says, hi Paul, what's up CC1? Omar says, yes, it is very bullish, I agree. Thank you very much, Omar. A little bit of critical thinking, a little bit thinking outside the box and not copying everybody else and what they're saying puts you in the lead, and then you can take advantage of it. Dario Purik says, what's your opinion on Binance FUD? Is it safe to have some small amount of crypto on exchange? I have some small amount of crypto on exchange. So generally speaking, because I trade as well and I swing trade, I always have small amounts of cryptocurrency on an exchange, whether it's KuCoin, whether it's Binance, whether it's whatever. I always have a small amount there. Now, that said, what is a small amount to you? A small amount for me is 10,000. Maybe for you it's 5,000. I've had even 30,000 on a Binance exchange at some point. The question is, if it's a small amount to you, then that's fine. I keep most of my money off an exchange into self-custody wallets, whether it's a Ledger Nano X, whether it's a Hotline wallet, depending on what I'm doing with that cryptocurrency. But yeah, in general, it should be safe. Let me just open up my soda, ask you questions in the chat. And hit that like button. I'm seeing 27 viewers and there's 6 likes. That's ridiculous. I just came out. I don't usually do these live streams. I just came out to inform you guys. Hit that like button. Before you leave, now there's 22 people. Before you leave because you got your information, hit that like button first. Shai is asking, what range am I looking for Bitcoin to drop to? Well, same range as I explained yesterday in the live stream we did. I'm still looking at 21.5K to hold. If that doesn't hold, I'm looking at the 20K psychological. Once we get there, we can reevaluate. If it breaks under that and we go to 18,000, 18 to 20,000 range, it's very possible. If we go any lower than 20K, we're looking at a Wyckoff accumulation phase in my opinion, my personal opinion, and this is something that CTO Larson pointed out, because that would be the wave patterns that would be playing out. If that happens, I don't think that's going to happen. It's my least likely scenario, but it's very possible that it can happen. And what a Wyckoff accumulation phase is, it's the opposite of a distribution phase. So if a couple of years ago, if you looked at YouTube, everyone was talking about the Wyckoff that played out and it dropped the price. Of course, after it happened, everyone talked about it, but that's beside the point. This is the reverse, or the opposite, if you will. So instead of it dumping, it should be going up. It was the phase before it going up like crazy, if you know what I mean. Which makes sense with all our other technical analysis and so on. CC1 is asking, Paul, would you teach us to swing trade? I've been thinking about doing a course, a free online course, but it's going to take some time, man. It's going to take some time for me to get to, to do that. What do you think about Uniswap? Can it be an investment? Right, I think it's a very good investment, especially with everything that's going down in America with regulators and the SEC and so on. I mean, if they ban, for example, staking, which was the other thing they were talking about, then what is everyone going to do? The only way they would stake is for a decentralized exchange or a DEX. And the more they attack staking and so on, people are going to want to do it anyway. DEXs are going to work. And the more KYC they do, the more DEXs are going to work. So yes, I think Uniswap is a very good bet, just like SushiSwap and other DEXs. Good morning, Mozilla. How are you, my man? Omar, and today UAE published that they will issue a new digital currency. What are your thoughts? A lot of countries are going to be issuing new digital currencies because they want to take control. They see this as a way to get control and possibly be able to even save their currency or save their government from control, right? So essentially everyone's going to be doing CBDCs and so on. The question is, how do you fight that? What's the alternative? What will also be a parallel sort of money? And for me, it's Bitcoin, sound and hard money. And a lot of countries are going to want to take that. So we're going to see a little bit of a war for a while. And there's a lot of money to be made in these cryptocurrency control wars. The question is, what's going to happen after? And if they succeed, if the WEF succeeds in what they want and so on, right? And we can talk more about that if you want. But generally speaking, I do believe that they're going to try and do one currency around the world at some point. Hopefully this will be a lot later, because then it opens up biblical revelations and so on, and it might be the mark of the beast and blah, blah, blah. And we can talk about that. I've talked about that in other videos, by the way. If you watch my video here, let me show you real quick. If you go to the Crypto Factor, the actual YouTube channel, and you go to videos right here, you scroll down, see this AI crypto? What's terrifying about AI crypto, this actually goes a little bit into biblical prophecy right here. And I do suggest you read this, you watch this video. And there's other interesting videos you can watch here as well, by the way. So if you haven't already, if you're enjoying these videos, if you're getting value, then please go ahead, subscribe down below and hit that bell notification button so you don't miss the next video. And if you are subscribed, I would really appreciate if you actually hit the bell notification button so you can actually get notified whenever I put out new videos. Shah says basic technical analysis and indicators. I'm not going to do that right now, Shah, but if you look at Bitcoin right now, it's holding support at 21,400-ish. I'm seeing a double bottom here. Let's see if it tries and does it again. The more the support range hits, the more likely it's going to break, by the way, just so you know. That's why I'm looking at the 20K psychological. But I do believe we can go up from here. Once people see that this FUD is a non-event, in my opinion, we can go up here and retest these highs over here, this range. And the more we hit the range up high, it's the same as the more you hit the range down low. It gets weaker and weaker, and it's a possible breakout. Other than reading the white paper, what other tips can you share we should do when looking at different currency projects? Well, that's an excellent question, Armzilla, and I have to say this and I have to state this. If you are getting cryptocurrency, it's not just about reading the white paper. But I would definitely read the Bitcoin Standard by Saifedean Ammous. Now, I'm not talking like a Bitcoin maximalist, just bear with me right now. This book doesn't talk just about Bitcoin, which you should learn as the first cryptocurrency. If you want to get into cryptocurrencies, you can understand the foundation. But it talks about how money works and how money evolves, how we got to the gold standard and how Bitcoin become to the gold standard. And a lot of people are talking Bitcoin being old tech and so on. You can do so much more on other cryptocurrencies, and this is true, on other blockchains, and this is true because Bitcoin is made for another money. It's not for store of value and hard and sound money. It's not meant to compete with other cryptocurrencies. Other cryptocurrencies are a lot better at doing what they do than Bitcoin because they're faster and so on. But you have to know the foundation and you have to know what money is. If you want to make money in general, you have to know what money works, how money works. And this book gets into Austrian economics and how that works, which is simply amazing. And generally, there's also the other book that I dropped, Economics in One Lesson, for example, is actually suggested by CZ from BANS, since we're talking about that. That's another way to learn about economics. You need to learn about what you want to make, right? If you want to make money, you have to know how money works. Now, I could be shilling all my books, those books on the wall. I wrote all of those, but I'm not. I'm telling you about the Bitcoin Standard and Economics in One Lesson. Why? Because that's what's going to help you, yes? What's good, P? How are you, Glock? Max K says, hi Paul, can we swing trade with you yet? Not yet, man. I'm thinking about it. I really am thinking about it. I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that release courses and have these private, I just don't want to do that. So I'm trying to find a way to do it without doing that. That would be a free course, for example, just for free, right? I'll just teach you for free, forget everyone. The problem there is it takes a lot of time to do, and because I'm not getting paid for it, it takes away from the time I have doing some other stuff. So, but we'll see. I have to do it at some point. Glock 6, 2024, everything will drop. I don't think so. I think it will go up. Nano doesn't support loads of coins, and I find it difficult to add unsupported coins. Okay, I have lots of coins on my Trust wallet, which I really trust. Yeah, Trust wallet's fine if you know how you're doing and you're taking precautions. It shouldn't be a problem. So is MetaMask. Another one you might look into is Exodus.io. That's another really good cryptocurrency, wallet as well. Yasu Paul, glad to be here for the live stream for once. Yeah, what's up, Stuff 11? We came on early this time, and I'm planning to do more surprise live streams. I'm coming on earlier as well, doing whenever there's an emergency or something's happening to come on. So yeah, so make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss the next surprise live stream, because I don't know when it's going to be. I just don't. It might be when I'm in a cafe, it might be when I'm on the beach fishing, it might be anywhere, and it might be talking about something, for example, that's an emergency right now, or something, or FUD, or it might be something interesting or something to set you apart from the competition and make money. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification button if you haven't already. Shah says, yes, 21.5K hitting back to back. Yes, it is. What are your thoughts on Shiba Inu? My thoughts on Shiba Inu is this. Ethereum is to Bitcoin what Shiba Inu is to Doge. Let me say that again. Ethereum is to Bitcoin what Shiba Inu is to Doge. I think that there's going to be a good play in Shiba Inu. I think it's going to go up as long as when the hype goes up and the bull market gets in, especially in the hype bull market towards the end. Meme coins are going to do very well. Shiba Inu is one of them that I'm holding, as well as a Dogecoin. Now, I know it's a joke coin. I know all of that. I understand that. I talk about that. This is simply trading. I buy, I sell higher, I put it into Bitcoin, okay? Just so you know. Is the SEC going to ban Bitcoin? Not necessarily. The SEC has spoken for Bitcoin many times. Bitcoin's a commodity, but even if they try to ban it, who are they going to subpoena? You can't really, it's software, it's out there, but there's nowhere to visit. Like, with XRP, you could possibly go to Ripple Labs, right? With for example, BUSD, you can go to Binance and you know, sue them, whatever. How are you going to do it to Bitcoin? You can't. And how are you going to ban it? It's peer-to-peer. You can't stop me having Bitcoin, right? So it's actually quite safe compared to other cryptocurrencies. Graham says, we appreciate this live stream, Paul. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you and each and every one of you, by the way. Steve Salter says, thank you, as I am holding 39 million SHIB. Nice. Good morning, just be bullish. Good morning, just be bullish. And remember to be bullish. Let me drink some soda while you guys maybe ask some more questions in the chat. If you're wondering what I'm drinking, it's soda water. Club soda, if you will. I took out the product thing where it zooms into the product, so it's easier on the eyes, but it doesn't zoom in. Okay, so sounds like Gary wants to go out with a bang. Yeah, Graham, pretty much. Gary Gensler might want to do that. So let's see what happens with that. So just to repeat real quick. Banning stable coins such as BUSD, possibly other stable coins after. It's going to take a long time. It's going to take a few years. It's not going to happen tomorrow. Don't worry. Plus, this is a bullish case for Bitcoin and Ethereum due to the simple fact that, for example, all these Chinese people that are holding stable coins, especially BUSD, where they're going to put that money? Bring it back to their country? No, they're not going to do that. They're going to get in trouble, and it's actually quite dangerous. They don't want to lose their wealth and maybe even something else. So what they're going to do, if there's no stable coins to put them into, they're going to put into the safest, most liquid cryptocurrency, which is what? Bitcoin. And from there, if this situation keeps on going, worst case scenario in my views is we'll go back to denominating exchanges and altcoins into Bitcoin and Ethereum rather than stable coins right now. It's actually quite bullish. I think a lot of money will go into Bitcoin and Ethereum if this plays out. Unfortunately, it won't play out fast enough. It's going to take time to play out. Otherwise, I'd be going all in right now. So yeah, it's not FUD. It's not bad news. It's not like dangerous news like everyone's talking about. It's actually quite good news. Is it time to buy an AI altcoin? Yeah. If we go 20K, confirm support, go back up, and then go back over 21.5K, then yes, I would say so. Why is all about America? It's like no other country has crypto. Yeah, very true, Ken, but don't forget, America is a leading country in the world, and other countries tend to follow what America is doing. Now, some countries are not doing it right now. This is changing, but it's still the #1 power in the world. And usually whatever America does, Europe and other countries, they follow, right? So America, like it or not, is the leader of the world right now, or was, or is. And I hope it is, because look, America, a lot of people complain about America doing different things and getting involved in different things around the world, but if you really think about it, they have to. Not only just to protect them and their way of life, but if they didn't, we'd be speaking Russian or Chinese right now. So America has a role in global politics and global safety. As long as they don't do something stupid, like, I don't know, maybe down a UFO, which has a lot more sophisticated weaponry system than us, but they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't go to Alaska and shoot down a UFO, would they? Is Secuke's wallet safe as a crypto call. I don't know about it. I don't know I've never heard about SexQs. What I use or what I recommend, you can actually see on the cryptofactor.net. Let me show you real quick. If you go to cryptofactor.net, and you can visit this just by going right here on YouTube, on the actual YouTube channel, right? You'll be taken to my website, and what you can do is you can go to affiliates right here. And yes, these are affiliate links. And here are the crypto exchanges that I trust, for example, and here are the crypto wallets that I use and trust as well. So I'll be filling this up. If you want to support the channel, you can definitely come here and go to affiliates, or you can go to books, which are books that I have personally written. There's a lot on cryptocurrency, as you can see, but also business entrepreneurship books that you can read, and that's if you want to support. If you want to support a different way and you don't want anything like that, then you could simply just go to YouTube and join the channel here. And you can actually, from $3 a month, you can actually support this channel. You get different perks as you go up in the scale here. But if you just want to support the channel, that is a way by becoming a member. You get to use emojis, and you get a little thing next to your name, and you get my appreciation. When do you think the next bull run will probably start? 2020? I think it's already started, Steve. I called that this bull market will start last year, over a year ago. I called the bottom, which we got perfectly, which I believe is the bottom. And I also say that we're going to reflect that the bull market has started from that bottom in 2023. I think the bull market has started, but realize we're not going to go up in a straight line. We might go up, we might go down, we might go sideways. It's going to take some time. 24, 25 after the halving is when we're going to take off and go into a hyper bull market. But for me, we're already in a bull market until proven otherwise. Will Gala reach $10? Arokia, Gala right now is sitting at what, 4 cents, right? And if you look at everything, its top was about 70 cents, or is that 7 cents? Okay, so why don't we wait for it to go to $1 first, break that, and then see if it can get to $10. I don't think it can get to $10, maybe $2 or $3 in my opinion if it does well. At least not, at least you need a lot more time for it to go any higher than that. Digital gold and silver more stable than stablecoin, yay or nay? I say yay in my opinion. Digital gold and silver more stable. Digital gold, you mean Bitcoin. More stable than a stable coin? That depends how, well, no. No, it's not. For the simple reason that stable coins are pretty much stable, okay? Now, if they're dangerous or not, if they get attacked or not, that's a whole different story. But digital gold, Bitcoin, and even gold has outperformed stable coins, obviously, forever, right? So, no, it's no. If you're talking about stability, then no. Shah says the sandbox has not pumped like Mana. Yep, it's lagging. So I believe it's going to pump later on. So as Mana pumps, you can pretty much bet that Sand's going to pump as well. So if they don't, it's a lagging indicator. Maybe it's a chance for you to get into. That's something I would get into in my course if I ever do it. Glock says laugh out loud for real. Yeah, for the UFO. It's true, right? I mean, anyway. Shah says if the S&P 500 goes to create a new bottom, I think Bitcoin will wipe off pattern. Yeah, quite possibly. I recently changed jobs and I now have access to some funds. My 401k, I was thinking about going 20k on Ethereum. What do you think? Not financial, bro. Okay. Well, Armzilla, I would definitely do that. I would definitely get into Bitcoin as well, or half and half it. But generally, I would. But that's me. Now, this is knowing my risks, my assets, my financial situation, what other assets I have invested in, and so on. So I can't really give you advice, financial advice, not just because I'm not a financial advisor, but for the simple reason I don't know how to calculate your status because I don't know enough information on you. Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate you. I hope this live stream helped. Please hit that like button to support this channel. I would really appreciate it if you share it with somebody else, talk about this channel, and if you haven't already, subscribe down below and hit the bell notification button so you don't miss the next video, but also the next surprise live stream. Thank you all. Love you.